Welcome to Guernsey. Miserable day, raining. It's been raining pretty much all day, but anyway, I thought I'd do this drive along. So we are in St Peter Port. We're heading today. We've got quite a longer drive than normal actually. We're going up to Chateau Tills near Snowdon, which is Plymore way. About just over a 20-minute drive normally. So you get a chance to see probably some different roads you don't normally see. I've driven around here quite a bit, but I haven't driven towards that way probably for a long time, so you'll see bits of Guernsey that aren't quite as probably built up as this, a bit quieter. So I'm going to head up past the Mallard Hotel that way. So welcome on board. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about what it's like to live in Guernsey. If you're interested in seeing more stuff about island life, you can subscribe to the channel. If not, no problem, you can carry on watching the videos. There's plenty on here. As usual, if you do like this video and you like this style of video, you can let me know just by giving it a thumbs up. Right through the filter and turn system, heading up Fountain Street. We won't get above 35 miles per hour on this drive along. Some places will be going slower than that. You can see it is pretty miserable. It's not raining heavy, it's just enough to get you wet. People have got coats on, umbrellas. Just not a really pleasant day. But it's funny, yesterday we had a really nice day, beautiful. It's really changed in a very short period of time. Yesterday we were down the beach, and today not a chance. So we got the town church on the right, heading up Fountain Street. And you can see there we've still got the Christmas lights up, hanging from, you can see them at the top there. They'll be coming down soon. So we'll head up towards where we go, and we'll go up Villawar roundabout. There might be some traffic up around St Martin's because I know the Rue Maze is closed, and there's a few other places closed, so I'm expecting a little bit of traffic. If we do get any traffic, I will edit it out the video so you're not stuck in traffic for too long. And because you don't want to be too bored just sat in traffic. It's not a great video. Alright, so we're heading on up Trinity Square. Let me know if you've been around here before. Yeah, I've had to put the white windscreen wipers on because obviously it'd be a bit blurry on the screen. So hopefully we might be able to turn them off in a bit. And we got the Skoda dealership, the Skoda car dealership just passing, coming up. I'll show you it. It's on the right in a minute. So we oh, the road's closed. Yeah, I'll have to go this way. Yeah, we can't go that way. There's a lot of road closures at the moment. We'll still get to where we want to go. We're just slightly diverting. We'll go up here, so we'll turn left here. There is actually another Skoda dealership up the road there as well. They've got two quite close together. Sitar restaurant. And up we go. This is the road where it's quite tight because the road's not big anyway. It is one way and it's 25 miles per hour the speed limit, but you can see, look, there's parking all on the left. It's not all the way up, there is some yellow lines, but most of it you can park. So if you're in a big lorry, you've got to slow down. Be careful. If you can't get past, you've got to mount the pavement, but be very careful and be very slow as you drive on the pavement if you need to. And there's a learner driver in front, so I'm going to keep my distance because I know at the top of this hill there's a hill start, and if they don't get the clutch right they could roll back into me, so I'm going to just keep my distance, always wise. And just talking about cars driving on the pavement, I noticed in the Guernsey press the police have been really clamping down on vehicles pavement surfing, I think they call it, where they're driving along the pavement for too long. It is something you sometimes need to do in Guernsey, but excessive drive along the pavement isn't acceptable. It's very dangerous for cars, very dangerous for pedestrians even. So I think they've arrested quite a few people just basically driving along with two wheels on the pavement. You can't do that. Yeah, I think from what I understood, the police do understand that sometimes you do need to mount a pavement to pass things, but you've got to do it the minimum amount as you can. The minute you can come off it, you have to come off it, and you obviously got to drive very slow. It's one of those things you sort of do have to do in Guernsey, but I think it's being used quite excessively from some motorists, and obviously it can be very scary if you're a pedestrian walking on the pavement and you've got a car driving towards you. But as I say, I think it's common sense. You do have to mount the pavement sometimes, but just use your common sense, be very careful, drive very slow, and get off the pavement the minute you can. So it's fair enough, I suppose. So you can see 25 miles per hour along here, Queen's Road. Let me know if you've driven in Guernsey and you have had to mount the pavement. Let me know if you've got any views on it. I'm anticipating some traffic around here, so we have a set of traffic lights here. If we're in this too long, as I mentioned earlier, I will edit it out the video so we're not just stuck in traffic for too long. These traffic lights can be quite some time for Guernsey standards, so I'll edit this bit out here. There we go, so we should be moving along nicely now. Sometimes you go through two sets where you don't get the first set in. You might just get there and they turn red, and but that's how it is. And some days it just goes that way, doesn't it? Every traffic lights are red. You end up not going far very quickly. There we go, look, it's the red. I've just missed that one. So I'm going to go left here. Off we go. So we're heading towards Villois mini roundabout. Then we'll start heading up towards the parish, the forest, and St Martin's. Then we'll carry on past Mallard Hotel all the way to towards Plymouth at Chateau de Tils. So we're still reasonably busy area, but then I think probably from the Mallard Hotel way it starts getting a little bit quieter. Roads a bit quieter. Still raining. You see. So you can see around here, if you get stopped behind a cyclist, there's no way you can overtake. There we go. So I'm very lucky there. They're actually turning left. But if they didn't, and I have been stopped behind cyclists around here, you really have to follow them for a long time before you can overtake. You can see it's a solid white line in the middle of the road, so you're not allowed to cross that anyway. But you do get a little few breaks around here where you could overtake a cyclist, but you've got to be so careful. And sometimes it's just not worth it, because you need more distance than you think to overtake a bike, and you get a car coming the other way and you run out of time. So look, that road's closed on the left there as well, so I wasn't actually going to go that way anyway. I'm following it around here. This bit up here may be traffic as well. Around, what's there, a set of traffic lights, and there's the next set, so the second set of traffic lights is normally a build up of traffic. and there's a road around here called the Rue Maze or the Rue Mars. That's closed, which means everyone's sort of scooting around it. That causes maybe a build up as well, traffic. We'll see when we get there, but it's never too long. By the looks of it, it actually feels and looks like the rain's coming down a little bit heavier actually, because we are heading up to what we call locally the higher parishes, which basically means it's higher lying land. So up round the airport, which is where we're heading, it's slightly higher parishes. So the parishes, it's just basically different sections of the island. There's a parish called St Andrews, the Forest, Vale, St Peterport, all different sections, and up round here, or we're getting there, is slightly higher up. So when we ever have snow on the island, it's always worse certain parts of the island than others, and it tends to be the higher parishes, obviously, because higher lying land. So you can be not bad around where I live. I live what's probably classed as a low lying area in the Vale, and if we have snowy conditions, it might not be too bad where I live, but if you start trying to get up this part of the island around the higher parishes, it's sometimes so much worse. Once I had a flight to catch and I left my house. We had a little bit of snow, but it wasn't too bad. It was perfectly acceptable to drive in. Then as I got round this area and maybe a little bit further, I actually couldn't get any further and had to turn around and go home and miss my flight. So that it's a huge difference in conditions with things like that. But most people who live here are aware of that. It's just something we sort of accept, and you know, it's one of those things you work around if you need to. We're just passing the Trellard Hotel on the left. I don't know if you've ever been there or stayed there. And actually this way takes us straight to the airport. So if you have driven in Guernsey, you may be familiar with this part, Forest Road. It heads up to the Shane traffic lights, then basically a minute later you're at the airport. So it's a route you may have taken if you've ever hired a car. Drop it off at the hire car company. Well, that rain has certainly come down. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's certainly making a noise in the car. It's hitting the screen. You can't really see it that much on camera, I don't think. It doesn't quite pick up the rain, but I can guarantee you it's coming down. So we're at the Shane traffic lights, straight on. So we're about a minute away from the airport, I'd say. We're going to pass the airport, so I'll show you the entrance. Straight on, up we go. Bit of a hill. Got to put my foot down a bit to get up the hill. We're going towards. There's a really nice popular shop called Forest Stores. Let me know if you've been there. It's really it's run. I think it's run by a family actually, and it's just really nice. You've got really good fresh food there. Really good butchers there as well. A lot of people around this area will shop there. We've been there before to get the butchery is really good, and it's really nice friendly staff. It's coming off, actually, I'll show you it. So round, there's a road that goes down to the left, down, where is it, where that car's going. That's really nice beach down there. Right, Forest Road, not Forest Road stores, Forest stores are just on the right. And that building there is the Happy Landings pub or hotel. I'm not really sure, actually. No, it's definitely a pub. And the airport, you would turn right here in there, and that's yeah, I think it's a filter. Yeah, it's a filter here, and you turn right into the airport, and that's where the airport is. So there you go, Guernsey Airport. We're heading towards what we got coming up. We got filter. We got the Mallard Hotel. We'll be going past as well. So this is where it starts to get a little bit, maybe I'd say a bit quieter. Maybe not quite as many cars around this area. And you can see the speed limit's still slow, 25 miles per hour. And we've got a school on the right, and there's also a garage, which on the left, Duck's Garage, and petrol station as well. In there, the co-op. Then if we carried on straight here, we'd eventually get to the other end of the island, you know, the coast, but I'm going to turn left down this road. Certainly getting a nice bit of water today, good for my lawn. And the Mallard complex is just on the left there, that's where the cinema is. Right, we're carrying on down, so we've got quite a nice straight road now. And you might notice sort of around here, the environment, the scenery is starting to change a little bit. You notice not probably so many houses, a bit more spaced out in this certain part. A lot more greenery, probably fields. Not obviously not like St Peter Port at all. So it's nice to see different parts of the island. We're heading we're heading towards the other end of the island now. And yeah, it's just a nice little place. I don't do many drive-alongs around here, to be honest with you, because it's not maybe as exciting as driving around St Peter Port, where there's a lot going on. This is a lot more quieter, but however, it's always good to show the different parts of the island, so it's not a bad thing to do. Let's carry on. and we're nearly at our destination, Chateau de Tills. So I'm just going here to do a little bit of work. So it's ideal really. So I've done a video and I've arrived here as well. So I'm just going to pull in here to the left, and there we go. So all good. Hope you enjoy the drive along. Bit of a longer one today as usual. If you want to see more stuff about Guernsey, remember to subscribe, and you can click the screen to watch another video. Until the next time, take care, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.